poem in my book, A Loyalhanna Song, on page 203. And it's about a friend of mine that passed away on April 30th, 2019. A friend of ours up in Erie, and I wanted to read this. She was like, I used to call her my Erie mom because, we'd go up when I was a kid and everybody else would drink except Donna. She couldn't drink, so it was always these deep conversations with Donna. Okay. Donna Mallette. Her garden was a sanctuary of the things she'd can, rich jellies, healing properties, as much as in masterpiece, some let to find their own way to the vine, from spring's first day to summer's end. I spent my days in Harbor Creek with them, along the Lake Erie shore. It was Donna who taught me to look at the driftwood and see it for what it was. It was her spirit that made our trips to the city on the bay an adventure every single time. Her smile at finding some new treasure. Here, can you see the horse? She held it up. A rock the tide washed in, and we went back to the place where her husband kept us more as family than guests. This piece of beach glass, this plant, and that rock, we are all true to form the world I lived in, walking down the shore, my bare feet crunching in their religion of being. She taught me to see things as a great artist. She would light up her palette, brush with warm reds, deep blues like her eyes, and golds that seemed to make each brushstroke the image of her mind. Everything she painted came alive with magic. It would have steeped right off the page that spirit and life of how she treated others and lived herself. There are few women I've ever met I would consider as if a figure upon all maternal example should rest. Donna was one. Her husband, a dear friend, and her children will always be so near and dear to every memory my heart holds fondest. My heart is heavy, but not with loss, as all of us have been, a little better, a little warmer in the heart, and truer to ourselves for knowing Donna. Some people should never leave us. Some memory should hold as God's light upon the world. Some lives should speak through the ages as this one. It is that spirit today, on such a day, I raise my sacred glass to her, my friend, Donna, whose view of life was in how she could do for others. It's a very meaningful poem to me. If you've listened to this whole thing on YouTube or my Facebook, you'll hear the full version of that. And it's hard to lose a friend like Donna. So thinking of her. It's been a couple of years, but this year, you think of the date, and it always is very important.